Long before memory starts to fade or vision grows dim, another, even more crucial function often begins to decline: the strength in our legs. These aren't just quiet warnings, they're vital signals. It's often misunderstood, but the initial true indicator of aging and a decline in physical function doesn't start in the mind, but in the lower body. Weakening legs aren't merely a cosmetic concern, not just about muscle tone or how they look. This is a significant biological red flag, a clear warning that your body is losing its foundational resilience. The muscles in your legs are the largest in your entire body. Your quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calves collectively form the bedrock for movement, balance, and healthy circulation. When these muscles weaken, it's more than just a struggle to stand up or climb stairs. It initiates a detrimental cycle: a slower metabolism, reduced blood flow, joint instability, and a heightened risk of falls. What's even more concerning is that this muscle loss can start as early as your 30s and 40s, accelerating significantly with each passing decade. By the time you reach your 60s or 70s, you might have lost a substantial 30 to 40% of your total muscle mass, with the majority of this decline occurring in your legs. This condition is medically termed sarcopenia. It's not an unavoidable part of getting older. It's a condition often stemming from neglect. And unlike gray hair or wrinkles, it is reversible, but only if you take deliberate action. Our legs contain metabolically active tissue, meaning they burn more calories, regulate more hormones, and facilitate more blood flow than almost any other bodily region. They also possess a profound connection to our nervous system. When leg strength diminishes, so too does our mobility, our self assurance, and ultimately our independence. This is precisely why medical professionals often use factors like gait speed and leg strength as key indicators for predicting life expectancy. The slower and weaker your legs become, the more vulnerable your entire physical system becomes. But here's the crucial turning point: leg strength isn't solely dependent on exercise. It's deeply connected to what you provide your muscles, joints, blood vessels, and nerves through nutrition. Just as inactivity causes them to decline, proper nourishment can rejuvenate them. The right dietary choices can help repair microscopic tears and muscle fibers, rebuild collagen in your joints, and even reignite blood flow in areas that have been compromised for years. You don't necessarily need expensive powders, injections, or gym memberships. What's truly needed is precise, potent nutrition that reaches the body where it matters most: your legs. Food isn't a passive substance, it acts as a biological messenger. The moment it enters your body, it begins to transmit signals to mitigate inflammation, construct new tissue, regulate your hormones, and safeguard your mitochondria. And when you supply your body with the appropriate foods at the opportune time, it doesn't just sustain your leg strength, it amplifies it. Your legs aren't failing you, they're simply awaiting proper nourishment. The challenge isn't aging itself, it's a combination of undernourishment and a lack of understanding. You don't need to turn back the clock. You need to be more strategic about what you choose to eat. Today, we're going to explore 6 powerful foods, each one scientifically proven to bolster leg strength, reduce inflammation, and stimulate the hormonal responses that are vital for preserving muscle and maintaining your independence. These aren't just superfoods, they are survival foods. Because the undeniable truth is this: the quality of your legs directly dictates the quality of your life. And now you have the opportunity to eat in a way that supports both. Your legs bear the entire weight of your body, faithfully carrying you through every room, every hallway, every single step of your life. Yet, paradoxically, they are often the first to suffer in silence when your body begins to falter. Why do the legs weaken before other parts of the body? The answer lies in how your body allocates its essential resources and how our modern sedentary lifestyle deprives the lower body of the critical signals it needs to maintain its strength. The muscles in your legs demand constant activation to remain healthy. They thrive on resistance, consistent blood flow, and efficient nutrient delivery. However, in today's routines, we spend hours seated at desks, on couches, or in cars. The vital signal that once instructed your body to build and preserve leg muscle is replaced with silence, and your body adapts accordingly. It starts to break down muscle fibers it no longer perceives as necessary. Blood vessels narrow, nerve connections diminish, and mitochondria slow down. This isn't merely aging, it's a biological adaptation to prolonged stillness. Compounding this issue are hormonal changes that accelerate the problem. As we age, our levels of testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone naturally begin to decline. These hormones aren't just crucial for energy or mood, they directly govern your body's ability to build and repair muscle. Simultaneously, cortisol, our primary stress hormone, tends to rise more easily and remain elevated for longer periods. Chronic cortisol exposure suppresses muscle protein synthesis and encourages fat accumulation in place of strength. And where does this often manifest first? In the legs. There's yet another layer to consider. As circulation to the lower extremities decreases, oxygen and vital nutrients can no longer reach your muscles efficiently. This leads to a condition known as chronic ischemia, essentially starvation of muscle cells. This explains why so many individuals over 60 start to complain of heavy legs, a slower walking pace, and an apprehension towards stairs. It's not that they've aged beyond recovery, it's because the supply chain to their muscles has been severely disrupted. But here's the encouraging reality: muscle is one of the most metabolically adaptable tissues in the human body. You can rebuild it, you can restore robust blood flow, you can reverse sarcopenia, and you can achieve this naturally, starting with the food you eat. When you nourish your body with nutrient dense, anti inflammatory, and oxygen boosting foods, the results can be profound. You'll reduce oxidative stress within your leg muscles, rebuild the essential protein chains required for contraction and stability, enhance nerve signaling for improved coordination, and reignite mitochondrial energy that powers every step you take. Your legs aren't aging too rapidly or being neglected for too long. The solution is often right there in your kitchen, because just as certain foods can cause harm, others can deliver powerful benefits, delivering protein, improving circulation, and fostering restoration. In the following sections, we'll embark on a journey through 6 specific foods, each chosen not because it's a fleeting trend, but because it directly addresses the fundamental needs of your legs. Foods that heal, strengthen, and empower you. If there's a root vegetable that grows deep in the earth, rich in color and even richer in inherent power, a food that doesn't just nourish but actively transforms, that food is the beet. If your legs often feel heavy, cold, fatigued, or sluggish, this might be the very food your body is silently craving. Beets are among the most scientifically scrutinized natural vasodilators in the plant kingdom. They are abundant in dietary nitrates, compounds that the body converts into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide acts as a biological signal, a messenger molecule that instructs your blood vessels to relax and expand. When this occurs, blood flow significantly increases, and with enhanced blood flow, your legs quite literally wake up. Poor circulation is one of the silent culprits behind diminishing leg strength. Without a sufficient supply of oxygen rich blood reaching the lower extremities, muscles tire more quickly, nerve signals weaken, and joints become stiff. This explains why so many people describe their legs as sluggish or numb, often without a clear diagnosis. Their vessels are constricted and the supply chain is bottlenecked. Beets, by boosting nitric oxide, help restore this essential flow. However, the benefits extend beyond just improved circulation. Better blood flow means a more efficient delivery of oxygen, amino acids, glucose, and micronutrients to your leg muscles. This translates into quicker recovery after walking, less soreness following stair climbing, and increased stamina when standing for extended periods. Clinical trials have demonstrated that beetroot juice can improve walking distance in individuals suffering from peripheral artery disease, a condition where narrowed vessels starve the legs of blood. In healthy older adults, beets have been shown to enhance gait speed, improve balance, and even boost mitochondrial efficiency. At a cellular level, beets aid in restoring the vital machinery that powers your legs. They enhance ATP production, which is the primary molecule your muscles use for energy. With more ATP, each step becomes easier and every movement feels more fluid. This isn't merely temporary stimulation, it's a profound biological recalibration. Additionally, beets are known to reduce inflammation. Their vibrant deep red pigment is due to betalains, natural antioxidants that effectively reduce oxidative stress in both muscles and joints. If your legs ache in cold weather, swell after standing, or inexplicably tighten, these are often indicators of inflammatory stagnation, and beets can help clear this pathway. There's also a significant hormonal benefit. Nitric oxide has been shown to indirectly support the balance of testosterone and estrogen by improving overall vascular function. In men, this contributes to better muscle tone and performance. In women, it aids in circulation to the joints and pelvic floor. For both genders, it fosters improved sleep, sharper cognitive function, and more consistent energy, all factors that contribute to stronger, more responsive legs. The way you consume beets can influence their effectiveness. Raw or lightly roasted beets retain most of their beneficial nitrates. Beet juice is potent, so small amounts can go a long way. Powdered beetroot, often found in functional nutrition products, offers a convenient daily boost of nitric oxide. Even pickled beets offer some benefits, though it's wise to be mindful of added sugars and preservatives. Pairing beets with vitamin C rich foods like lemon or oranges can enhance nitrate absorption, and combining them with leafy greens such as arugula or spinach can amplify their positive effects. This isn't mere folk wisdom, it's clinical biochemistry rooted in nature's precise design. So, when you consider beets, don't just think of their vibrant color. Think of a powerful current of flow returning to where it's needed most. Think of warmth returning to cold feet, of renewed power in tired legs, and of life returning to areas that once felt numb. The next time your legs feel heavy or your steps feel slow, remember this profound truth. Strength isn't always about the size of your muscles, it's fundamentally about efficient delivery. And beets are a food that profoundly delivers. In the silent, ongoing battle against the effects of aging, few adversaries are as swift and pervasive as chronic inflammation. It systematically erodes muscle fibers, stiffens joints, impairs circulation, and disrupts delicate hormone balances. And where does it typically strike first and most forcefully? In the legs. Yet, nature, once again, provides its own potent remedy, found not in a pharmaceutical aisle, but deep within the sea. Sardines, along with their larger relatives like wild salmon, are recognized as some of the most powerful anti inflammatory foods known to science. Though small in stature, sardines are incredibly potent, packed with omega 3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. These are essential fats that the human body cannot produce on its own. These crucial molecules do far more than just lubricate joints or support cardiovascular health. They actively penetrate your cells and effectively turn off inflammatory genes. They send a clear signal to your immune system: stand down, begin to repair, start to rebuild. Inflammation in the legs often manifests as common yet overlooked symptoms. Persistent aching in the knees, restless calves, sore thighs, or even a burning sensation after light activity. These symptoms might be misdiagnosed as arthritis, overuse, or simply attributed to getting older. However, the underlying issue is almost always more profound. Inflammatory mediators begin to accumulate within the tissues, restricting mobility and disrupting the essential mitochondrial energy production. Omega 3s play a vital role in clearing these detrimental chemical messengers, allowing muscles and joints to revert to their natural state of fluidity and ease. Sardines are also an exceptional source of vitamin D, a hormone like nutrient that is indispensable for calcium absorption, optimal muscle function, and maintaining strong bone density. A significant portion of people over 50 are chronically deficient in vitamin D, which not only weakens bones, but directly diminishes leg power itself. Without sufficient vitamin D, your muscles cannot contract efficiently, leading to instability, noticeable trembling, and even an increased risk of falls. Sardines, with their easily edible bones, uniquely offer a combination of highly bioavailable calcium and vitamin D, making them a comprehensive package for both leg strength and crucial skeletal protection. Then there's the protein aspect. Every single movement, every step, every squat originates with muscle fibers, and these fibers are fundamentally constructed from amino acids. Sardines and salmon provide complete protein profiles, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids necessary for rebuilding and repairing muscle tissue. Crucially, unlike red meat, they deliver these benefits without promoting excessive acidity or inflammation. This makes them exceptionally well suited for individuals recovering from muscle loss, surgery, or significant hormonal shifts. For those rightfully concerned about hormonal balance, fatty fish like sardines support more than just physical strength. The healthy fats found in sardines help regulate insulin levels, reduce cortisol, and support the natural production of sex hormones such as estrogen and testosterone. This critical hormonal support translates into more stable energy throughout the day, improved sleep quality, and a more robust response to strength training or walking routines. In essence, the very hormones that are vital for protecting your muscle mass are directly nourished by the beneficial fats present in these fish. Wild caught salmon offers comparable benefits with an added bonus of astaxanthin, a powerful marine antioxidant that actively combats oxidative stress within the mitochondria. This is particularly important in leg muscles, which contain high levels of type 1 muscle fibers that heavily rely on oxygen. When oxidative stress is high, fatigue quickly sets in. When it is effectively controlled, endurance and vitality return. Don't be deceived by the small size of a sardine. Inside this modest fish is a veritable treasure trove of nutrients specifically designed to protect your muscles, bones, blood, and brain. Whether consumed fresh, canned in olive oil, or grilled with fragrant herbs, they represent one of nature's most efficient and effective healing foods. If your goal is to walk further, stand longer, or climb stairs without discomfort, incorporating sardines into your diet isn't merely a suggestion, it's a potent prescription for improved mobility and resilience. Sardines are more than just food, they are a form of protection. They are strength in an easily edible package. There's a specific mineral that most people rarely consider until their legs start cramping unexpectedly in the dead of night, until their calves tighten painfully after a routine walk, or until their feet begin to twitch involuntarily without any obvious cause. That essential mineral is magnesium, and it's subtly hidden within a food so small, so unassuming, that many people inadvertently brush it off their plate without a second thought: the pumpkin seed. But do not let its modest size mislead you. Pumpkin seeds, also known as pepitas, are among the most magnesium rich foods available on Earth. And magnesium itself is the silent yet powerful conductor of muscular strength, optimal nerve health, and efficient energy production throughout the body. When magnesium levels are deficient, muscles tend to stiffen, nerve signals can misfire, legs fatigue much faster, recovery processes slow down significantly, and sleep, our most profound opportunity for vital repair, becomes shallow and fragmented. The legs, due to their constant engagement, actually require more magnesium than almost any other part of the body. Why? Because they are perpetually in motion, consistently supporting the entire weight of your frame, constantly adjusting your posture, and firing the largest muscle groups in your body. Every single step, every muscle contraction, and every subtle balance correction critically relies on magnesium to effectively regulate calcium and potassium within the muscle cells. It is unequivocally the mineral of motion. And when your levels are low, your legs will be the first to clearly signal that deficiency. Pumpkin seeds aren't just high in magnesium, they deliver it in a highly bioavailable form that the body can readily absorb and utilize. Just a single handful can provide nearly 40% of your recommended daily requirement. And the benefits extend far beyond simply preventing cramps. Magnesium actively helps to relax blood vessels, thereby significantly improving circulation to your extremities. It contributes to lowering blood pressure, supports healthy glucose metabolism, and enhances insulin sensitivity, all key factors in preserving leg endurance and overall strength. But the advantages don't stop there. Magnesium also plays a pivotal role in modulating the body's stress response. High levels of cortisol, the primary stress hormone, rapidly deplete magnesium stores. When you're under chronic stress or experiencing poor sleep, your body begins to leak this vital mineral like a punctured vessel. The consequence? You might wake up with noticeable tightness in your hamstrings, stiffness in your ankles, or a persistent heaviness in your thighs, and no amount of stretching seems to offer genuine relief. Pumpkin seeds offer a solution that is both nutritional and hormonal. They help replenish your magnesium stores while simultaneously providing healthy fats and tryptophan, an amino acid that helps boost serotonin levels and promotes truly restful sleep. Better sleep directly translates to better recovery, and better recovery in turn leads to stronger, more stable legs. These unassuming seeds also contain zinc, another crucial trace mineral that is often overlooked but is absolutely essential for healthy testosterone production and robust immune function. In men, low zinc levels are often correlated with reduced leg strength and slower muscle repair. In women, zinc supports optimal estrogen balance and helps prevent bone demineralization, particularly in the hips and lower body. And let's not overlook the fiber content. Pumpkin seeds contain both soluble and insoluble fibers, which are vital for supporting excellent gut health and maintaining stable blood sugar control. When your blood sugar levels are consistent, your energy won't suddenly crash in the middle of the afternoon, and your legs won't suddenly feel like they're made of lead. It's a comprehensive whole body feedback loop, and it all originates with what you choose to eat. How can you easily incorporate them into your daily routine? It's remarkably simple. A tablespoon sprinkled over your morning oats, a generous sprinkle in your salad, blended into your smoothies, or lightly roasted as a satisfying evening snack. Unlike isolated supplements, whole pumpkin seeds deliver these nutrients in perfect natural synergy. Magnesium alongside zinc, healthy fats with beneficial protein, and amino acids harmonized with fiber. Nothing isolated, nothing artificial, precisely as nature intended. If your legs are sending you these clear signals, cramping, tightening, or fatiguing quickly, it may not necessarily be a sign of inherent weakness. It could very well be a sign of mineral depletion. And pumpkin seeds are nature's elegant reply, not loud, not flashy, but profoundly effective. Strength doesn't always come from the weights you lift. Sometimes it comes from what you meticulously replenish. And magnesium is often the very first mineral to diminish when life's demands become heavy. Pumpkin seeds bring it back, one nourishing handful at a time. In the vast and often flashy world of superfoods, humble lentils are frequently overshadowed by more trendy names. Yet, when it comes to the crucial tasks of rebuilding leg strength, optimizing blood flow, and preserving essential muscle mass as we age, very few foods are more deserving of our focused attention. The intricate muscles of our legs thrive on specific nourishment that can consistently sustain energy, support the vital formation of red blood cells, and cultivate structural resilience. And lentils quietly, effectively, and comprehensively achieve all three. Lentils are an undisputed plant based powerhouse, densely packed with complex carbohydrates, iron, zinc, and a significant amount of protein. They offer the fundamental building blocks and materials that your muscles require to function optimally and to effectively repair themselves. For anyone who regularly experiences leg fatigue during the day or whose muscles feel noticeably weak after even minor physical exertion, this is often not merely a symptom of getting older. More frequently, it's a clear indication of anemia or a broader nutrient depletion, and lentils directly address these issues at their very root. Iron, for instance, is a critical component of hemoglobin, the protein within your red blood cells that is responsible for carrying oxygen from your lungs to every tissue in your body. When iron levels are low, oxygen delivery is severely compromised. And because your legs represent the furthest points from your heart, they are frequently the first to experience these deficiencies. Symptoms like heavy thighs, persistently cold feet, and breathless steps are not just circulatory issues, they are undeniable nutritional alerts. Lentils, particularly when consumed alongside vitamin C rich foods, offer a highly absorbable plant based form of iron that significantly supports oxygenation and actively helps to reduce that heavy, leaden leg sensation that so many individuals over the age of 50 begin to describe. But lentils are far more than just an iron source. They also provide zinc, a vital mineral essential for efficient cellular repair, robust immune defense, and maintaining a healthy testosterone balance. While often associated with fighting the common cold, zinc plays a central and indispensable role in muscle synthesis and overall hormonal recovery. In seniors, zinc deficiencies are frequently linked to increased frailty, impaired wound healing, and noticeably reduced physical endurance. Lentils consistently supply a steady plant based dose of zinc that supports leg regeneration without causing undesirable blood sugar spikes or putting undue stress on digestion. And then there's the protein. A single cup of cooked lentils provides approximately 18 grams of high quality, complete plant based protein. That amount is more than sufficient to support post exercise recovery or to actively rebuild weakened muscle fibers throughout your day. Unlike animal proteins, lentils naturally come packaged with fiber, both soluble and insoluble, which is crucial for supporting healthy digestion, improving blood sugar control, and nourishing the beneficial gut bacteria that play a hidden yet powerful role in muscle metabolism and the regulation of inflammation. This fiber also strategically slows down glucose absorption, which effectively prevents debilitating energy crashes and sudden insulin spikes that can contribute to your legs feeling weakened during the day. If you've ever felt strong and energized in the morning but completely drained by mid afternoon, that feeling might not solely be due to exertion. It could very well be a signal related to unstable blood sugar. Lentils consistently stabilize this with every bite, creating a sustained, reliable energy release that your legs can truly depend on. From a hormonal standpoint, lentils are beneficial in helping to regulate estrogen metabolism. In women, this is absolutely critical for preserving bone density in the hips and legs, especially following menopause. In men, lentils support insulin sensitivity and help to reduce the conversion of testosterone into estrogen, a common issue with aging that often leads to muscle loss and increased fat gain in the lower body. Cooked with aromatic garlic, turmeric, or cumin, lentils become even more profoundly healing, expertly combining protein with potent anti inflammatory and circulatory support. Whether incorporated into hearty soups, flavorful stews, fresh salads, or as versatile side dishes, they are as adaptable as they are remarkably powerful. In countless traditional cultures around the world, lentils have been a staple food for centuries, not because they were ever considered trendy, but because they were consistently reliable. They nourished muscle. They consistently supported energy levels. They helped people to continue walking, lifting, and truly thriving well into advanced old age. So, if you feel your strength beginning to wane, or if you simply wish to proactively preserve the vitality you still possess, understand this important truth. It doesn't require meat, it doesn't necessitate expensive supplements, and it certainly doesn't demand perfection. It simply requires consistency, and a nourishing bowl of lentils is one of the most consistently powerful allies your legs could ever possibly ask for. If your joints feel noticeably stiff when you first wake up in the morning, if your legs have a persistent dry, heavy, or tight sensation, or if your energy inexplicably vanishes without prior warning, there might be a crucial element missing from your diet that your body is no longer able to produce effectively on its own: balance. And one of the most potent natural restorers of that essential balance isn't found in a prescription bottle or a supplement. It's discovered within the soft, verdant flesh of the avocado. Avocados aren't merely a popular health food trend, they are profoundly medicinal. They are generously loaded with monounsaturated fats, precisely the kind that lubricates your joints, provides vital protection for your nerves, and actively helps in the construction of the very hormones that maintain the strength and coordination of your legs. After the age of 50, the body's natural production of key hormones, such as estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, begins to gradually slow down. The crucial enzymes that convert cholesterol into these vital hormones heavily rely on dietary fat, but not just any fat, specifically the kind of healthy fats found abundantly in avocados. When you consistently nourish your body with these beneficial fats, you're not just providing fuel, you're actively instructing it. You're signaling it to engage in building rather than breaking down, to initiate repair rather than retreating. These specific fats serve as the fundamental raw material for steroid hormone production, which directly impacts critical functions like muscle preservation, maintaining bone density, and fostering emotional stability. And all of these effects ultimately manifest in the health and vitality of your legs. Consider it this way: Without sufficient hormone production, your muscles will inevitably atrophy, your joints will become dry and less flexible, your bones will become more porous, and your overall coordination will suffer. This doesn't happen overnight. It's a silent, gradual process that often seems to culminate suddenly. However, when you introduce the right nutrients, such as the healthy fats and fat soluble vitamins found in avocados, you begin to actively slow down and, in many instances, even reverse this degenerative process. Avocados are also exceptionally rich in potassium, even more so than bananas. And potassium is absolutely essential for proper muscle contractions, maintaining cellular hydration, and facilitating effective nerve communication. Low potassium levels often present as nocturnal leg cramps, involuntary muscle twitches, or unexplained fatigue after walking, particularly in older individuals. Potassium deficiency is a hidden yet significant cause of weakness, and avocados help to restore it naturally and gently. But the myriad benefits extend even further. Avocados are abundant in powerful antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which not only protect your eyesight but also actively reduce oxidative stress within the blood vessels that supply your legs. This translates directly into improved circulation, reduced inflammation, and a more efficient delivery of oxygen and vital nutrients precisely where they are needed most. This is paramount for preventing that sluggish, tired sensation that makes your legs feel as though they're moving through heavy sand. There's also an important gut connection. Avocados are rich in soluble fiber, which is essential for maintaining a thriving gut microbiome. And this is significant because your gut bacteria influence a vast array of bodily functions, from estrogen metabolism to immune response to the regulation of inflammation. A healthier gut environment means fewer inflammatory compounds circulating through your joints and muscles. This leads to less stiffness, improved energy levels, and stronger, more responsive reactions to exercise. Unlike heavily processed oils or artificial fats, avocados work in perfect synergy with your body. They don't clog, they help to clear. They don't suppress, they profoundly support. And they offer a wonderfully creamy, satisfying alternative to the dry, brittle feeling that often creeps into aging limbs. Avocados can be easily enjoyed sliced on toast, smoothly blended into smoothies, added to fresh salads, or simply savored with a pinch of sea salt. However, you choose to incorporate them into your diet, understand this fundamental truth. Each bite is a signal, a powerful message to your endocrine system that nourishment is abundantly present, that recovery is genuinely possible, and that strength is still well within your grasp. Your legs don't merely require protein, they need vital lubrication. They need the profound hormonal support that allows every tendon to glide effortlessly, every muscle fiber to fire optimally, and every joint to remain supple and agile. Avocados offer precisely that support in a form that is as healing as it is satisfying. So, the next time you carefully slice into an avocado, recognize that you're not just preparing a meal, you're actively making medicine. And your legs, whether they've been feeling stiff or tired, may very well thank you for it with every confident step you take. There is a precise moment each evening when the body naturally yearns for rest, for quietude, for essential repair. However, in many aging bodies, that subtle whisper is often drowned out by the pervasive noise of inflammation, the relentless demands of stress, the constant overstimulation of nerves, and the sheer exhaustion of overworked muscles. And nowhere does that tension accumulate more profoundly than in the legs. Our legs, having faithfully carried the full weight of our day, frequently ache deep into the night. Yet, there exists a food, small, intensely ruby red, that speaks directly to this very exhaustion. That food is the tart cherry. Tart cherries are recognized as among the most potent natural recovery agents documented in nutritional science. They contain powerful anthocyanins, which are deep red and purple plant compounds renowned for their ability to significantly reduce oxidative stress and inflammation within muscle tissue. For individuals who experience persistent leg soreness after walking, noticeable stiffness in the morning, or ongoing pain in their knees or calves, Tart cherries can function as a nightly elixir for crucial repair. What truly distinguishes tart cherries is their remarkable dual action. Firstly, they act as a potent natural anti inflammatory agent. Clinical studies have consistently shown that tart cherry juice effectively reduces levels of C reactive protein, CRP, a key biological marker of systemic inflammation, particularly in muscles that are stressed by movement or weight bearing activities. Athletes routinely consume tart cherry extract following intense training specifically for this reason. It helps to significantly reduce delayed onset muscle soreness. However, for aging adults, the benefit is even more profound because as we age, even normal daily movements, such as climbing stairs, walking to the grocery store, or simply rising from a chair, can trigger inflammatory flare ups in the legs. Tart cherries effectively help to calm this inflammatory storm. Secondly, tart cherries are one of the only known foods that naturally contain melatonin, the crucial hormone that governs your sleep wake cycle. Unlike synthetic melatonin supplements, which can potentially disrupt the body's natural rhythm over time, tart cherries deliver this sleep supportive compound in a perfectly balanced, highly bioavailable form. This is absolutely critical because true muscular recovery predominantly occurs during deep restorative sleep. It is during the night that your body meticulously repairs damaged muscle fibers, diligently restores vital glycogen stores, and efficiently flushes out cellular waste products from overworked tissues. If you're not sleeping well, your legs are simply not healing effectively. Many seniors often find themselves trapped in a vicious cycle. Poor sleep leads to insufficient recovery, which then leads to increased pain and inflammation, which in turn further worsens sleep quality. Tart cherries can effectively break this detrimental cycle by simultaneously reducing pain and supporting natural melatonin production. They gently guide the body into a state of deeper, more profound restoration. Beyond muscle recovery, tart cherries also provide significant support for cardiovascular health. They are known to improve blood lipid profiles, enhance arterial flexibility, and aid in overall circulation. For the legs, this translates into a greater supply of oxygen, more essential nutrients, and less pooling of blood in the feet and ankles. If you experience persistent swelling in your lower legs or feel undue pressure after extended periods of standing, this is often a circulatory symptom. Tart cherries actively help to lighten this burden. Their impressive antioxidant load also provides crucial protection against mitochondrial damage. This is extremely important because mitochondria are the fundamental energy generating engines within your muscle cells. When these engines falter, fatigue quickly sets in, particularly in the large oxygen hungry muscles of the legs. Tart cherries help to preserve these vital engines, enabling you to move with greater ease and significantly less resistance. They are most effectively consumed approximately 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, either as unsweetened tart cherry juice, freeze dried powder, or as fresh or frozen whole fruits. A small serving is typically sufficient. It's not the quantity that is most important, but rather the precise timing and the quality of the signal they provide to your body. Our legs do not demand much, simply consistent circulation, adequate rest, and effective recovery. And tart cherries deliver all three in a form that is gentle, profoundly nourishing, and remarkably precise. They do not stimulate, they soothe. They do not force healing, they invite it. In a world that constantly pushes for more, louder, faster, tart cherries offer the exact opposite: a quiet return to fundamental balance, a natural invitation to slow down, to repair, and to prepare for the renewed strength you will undoubtedly need again tomorrow. We often eat simply to satisfy hunger, to quiet a craving, or to adhere to a habit. But what if food transcended mere fuel or flavor, becoming a direct instruction? What if, with each mindful bite, we were actively telling our bodies how to perform, how to repair, and how to gracefully navigate the aging process? When it comes to your legs, those faithful engines that tirelessly carry the weight of your years, what you consume isn't just background noise. It is the command center for your strength, your balance, and ultimately your survival. Leg weakness doesn't suddenly appear with age. It quietly begins with the neglect of vital nutrients, insufficient rest, and compromised circulation. The legs are often the first to show signs of weakening because they inherently demand the most energy, the most robust blood flow, and the highest degree of structural integrity. Without targeted nutrition, they are, predictably, the first to falter. However, this narrative isn't one of inevitable decline. It is a powerful story of profound possibility. The six foundational foods we've meticulously explored beets, sardines, pumpkin seeds, lentils, avocados, and tart cherries are not fleeting trends. They represent nature's enduring strategy for optimal muscle preservation, comprehensive hormonal support, effective inflammation control, and vital circulatory restoration. Each one addresses a distinct biological system, and together they orchestrate a symphony of recovery and renewal at the deepest cellular level. Beets diligently work to open blood vessels, ensuring a rich delivery of oxygen to tired muscles. Sardines envelop inflamed joints with their healing fats and nourish the hormones that keep legs agile and responsive. Pumpkin seeds meticulously restore magnesium levels, calming overactive nerves and effectively preventing disruptive spasms. Lentils meticulously build red blood cells and supply muscle fibers with clean, sustained energy. Avocados expertly rebalance crucial hormones and deeply hydrate the joints. And tart cherries gracefully soothe inflammation and invite deep, uninterrupted sleep, the precise environment where true healing and repair truly flourish. You don't need to commit complicated regimens to memory. You don't need to live within the confines of a gym or meticulously count every gram of food. What you genuinely need is to eat with clear intention. Eat to actively restore, not merely to fill an empty space. Eat to empower movement, not just to facilitate sitting. Eat as if your leg's very functionality depended on it, because profoundly it does. This isn't about restrictive dieting, it is about achieving fundamental alignment, aligning precisely what you eat with what your body genuinely needs: robust muscle, abundant oxygen, efficient circulation, and restorative recovery. Not just once a year, not only when the pain becomes unbearable, but consistently, every single day, quietly, deliberately, and with unwavering focus. Every bite you take is either actively contributing to your strength or subtly diminishing it. Every meal presents a fresh opportunity to meticulously rebuild the very tissue that supports your next crucial step. And as you advance in years, the focus gracefully shifts less from sheer volume and more towards precise, targeted nutrition. The right foods delivering the right signals, eliciting the right physiological response. Mobility is far more than just movement, it is at its core freedom: the freedom to walk without apprehension, to rise from a chair without assistance, to live each day with unwavering dignity. And that profound freedom truly begins right on your plate. If you remember nothing else, let it be this: you are not powerless. You are not past the point of healing. Your body is an incredible instrument that listens, responds, and diligently rebuilds when it is given the correct tools. And food is, without question, the most powerful tool you will ever wield. So eat not merely to survive, but to profoundly strengthen. Eat not to simply stay the same, but to actively evolve. Eat not as a passive reaction to weakness, but as a bold declaration of your inherent resilience. Because your legs are not simply limbs, they are your lifelines. They carry the rich tapestry of your history. And if you nourish them well, they will faithfully carry your vibrant future. Now is the opportune moment to make food your unwavering ally, to move through life with purpose, to eat with profound clarity, and to reclaim the innate strength that has always been intrinsically yours. This is precisely how you rise, one nourishing meal at a time, one confident step at a time.